control risks, a process under monitoring and controlling process group. A final process of project risk management. Yes, this chapter is going to finish after this. A process responsible for implementing risk response and ensuring whatever we do in a risk management, we do it effectively. So let's look at this particular process. In general, the risk management is all about 3 steps. Identify, assess, and plan response. Now we need to do an implementation of this planned response. What we do, this planned response got in the form of project baselines and it goes under project management plan. And after that, project management plan gets executed in the execution process, direct and manage project work, and it generate work performance data. So our risk response plan should get executed under the process of direct and manage project work. Now, and this generate a work performance data. After this, we have a controlling process. Monitor and control project work. Project integration management, knowledge area. So, monitor and control project work. And this generates work performance report. And again, this got fed into a project management plan, and project management plan keeps getting revised. Now, the control risk is a process which helps us in implementing the risk response plans which we have planned in planned risk response. It also helps us and responsible for reviewing the complete risk management process. This process is responsible for identifying, are we identifying risk well? Are we assessing them well? Are we planning the response well? Is the execution of response is happening as per the expectation? So it does a complete review of risk management process. This also helps us in assessing the residual risks, because while planning risk response, we left lot of residual risk in the form of after acceptance or after even doing mitigation. So it keeps looking at residual risks. So it keeps review them, reassess them, it also helps and keep monitoring in identifying new risks. Now this will ultimately happen through the risk identification, because the complete process is an iterative. But this gives a trigger that okay, new risks are coming, we look at them. So in order to do all this, we need some inputs. So if we talk in a language of input and outputs, we need a risk register, which is coming as an output of identification and then getting modified in the rest of the processes. So we get risk register as an input. Second input, project management plan, because this gives us all the risk responses which we have planned. Ultimately they goes into risk project management plan. It also needs how the execution is happening. So the third input which we need is work performance data. And the fourth input which we need is work performance report. Why? Because this is a consolidated monitoring and controlling report. It tells us how the complete project, how the indicators of scope, time, cost are getting compiled in a one format. So here we get a final, a complete project status, which we need to know in order to identify effectiveness of our risk or identifying some future trends. So with these inputs, and in order to achieve this, we need to apply some tools and techniques. The first tool and technique is risk reassessment, because we need to keep looking at it and we need to reassess the risk along with the time, because it's not a one-time process. So first tool and technique is risk reassessment. Second, risk audit. Now you should remember this risk audit as a term and what does, for an exam point as well. Now risk audit is an auditing of this complete process. How well we are identifying, assessing, planning the response and executing the response. This all goes under the purview of risk audit. A process or a tool and technique of risk audit gives us recommendation for managing our complete risk management process. So risk audit looks at the effectiveness of risk management inside the project. The third technique, variance and trend analysis. Now, we have looked at work performance report. We also getting work performance data, but along with the work performance report and our project management plan, we need to look what the trend is, in which direction the project is moving. Why we are doing it? We are primarily doing it for our controlling risk objectives, because we need to review the risk management process, we need to identify new risks, or we need to give a recommendation for residual risks. If we see a trend going in a direction where some of the residual risk may become high priority risk or high threshold, high exposure risk in a coming time, we need to give that trigger to our planning process or a risk response process. So that way we keep doing variance and trend analysis. Now we also may need to do a technical performance measurement. Now technical performance measurement is mainly to do with checking the outputs and their technical features. Checking them, is the risk impacting them negatively? So it is primarily focusing on the technical specifications of an outcomes or of a deliverable and looking at how well they are managed. Now, the important thing, we need to do a reserve analysis. What is it? Now, reserve analysis is all about identifying how much reserve is left or how much reserve is more needed. Why are we doing it here? Because risks also, the risk response where we were planning the contingency is directly related to reserves. So via risk, we recommended some contingency reserves. We need to look at our reserves and identify, are they going below the threshold level? If they are going, we need to take some corrective and preventive actions. So continuously we need to analyze reserves and status of their usage and effectiveness. And for all this, we may do meetings, because we need to talk to people in order to get input for reserve, technical specification, variance, audit, risk reassessment. So in any of this tool and technique, we may need to combine this tool and technique with a meeting. Now, whenever we talk about tools and technique for a given process, it never means that a given tool and technique will work independently. While working, in general, you will put many of these together and generate the desired output of that process. Now, what is the output of this process? It's a monitoring and controlling process group process. What it can generate? It has to generate change request. So there are few things which come from the process groups: a change request and work performance information. These two would be an output of any monitoring and controlling process group process. So it will generate work performance information, and it will also generate a change request. Now, work performance information, since we are verifying the plan against the execution outputs, especially related to risks area. So this work performance information is talking about the variances, the indicators which are more to do with risks. So a report about the effectiveness of the risk management process. Change request, while analyzing, while doing risk audit, while doing risk reserve or a reserve analysis, while analyzing the trends, you may identify few things are going wrong, and you may want, you as a process want to recommend some corrective and preventive actions. Now those corrective and preventive actions should be recommended or asked in the form of change request. So we need to generate a change request. It may generate various updates. What kind of update? Project management, project document, organization process assets. 3 updates. So we may update project management plan. It goes through change requests because project management plan has to go through a process of verifying before we update it. Then project document. Not only limited to a risk register, but other analysis which we are doing here may also get compiled and the form and updated along with the project documents. But yes, risk register is one of the project document which may get updated on the basis of these controlling activities which we perform. Organization process assets. If we learn something new while controlling risks, and which we want others also need to be aware of, we communicate that by updating the organization process assets, because this is how we build a learning or a knowledge base in the organization. So the control risk is all about making sure that project risk management is getting planned and executed as per project objectives.